It's a weird hurricane season, staying weird in its later stages. So let's bring in Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross to talk about this. Bryan, I loved your write-up this morning showing the origins of mid-October tropical systems. You have things where you would expect, and then you get this other thing, and it's like, what the heck is that doing there? Just odd to see even any signal in that part of the basin.
Yeah, every once in a while it happens that we get a system out here coming off of Africa, especially if they're that far south. Look how far south that is. That's more or less parallel with the northern South American coast. It's so far south. There's Lorenzo you mentioned, and here's what's left of the nor'easter, just a little bit of fringe effects in southeastern New England. That's it right now. Let's look at Lorenzo first here, because it's still a tropical storm, 45-mile-an-hour winds. There's the pressure estimated by the Hurricane Center. And you can see it's a ragged-looking, messy thing, and it's not really going to amount to much. If you look at the cone, it kind of loops up, and then the thinking is that it's going to die out. But the remnants of it may very well come all the way around the high pressure that's driving it and come back this way. But again, it's just going to kind of loop and die out there in the Atlantic. All right, here's the way the visible picture looks, and you can see there's where the model puts the center of circulation, and the thunderstorms, such as they are, just kind of flare up here and here, but nothing really at all organized, and it's not expected to get organized at all. A little wider view, though, and we can see that disturbance that's just south of the Cabo Verde Islands out there, and it's moving more or less due west here. Lorenzo is going to move to the north, high pressure building in behind Lorenzo, and it's going to hold down that disturbance as it moves on across the tropical Atlantic. So here's what the model is saying in terms of moisture. So the dark green, that's where the most intense moisture is, where that disturbance is. And you can see it's all kind of spread out. We do see a bit of a circulation here, but that's more kind of a kink in the flow. In other words, a tropical wave that's kind of gathering the moisture right there. All right, so here we are today. And watch the days up there. We're going to go all the way through the week here. There's the weekend, and notice it moves forward. And over the weekend, Saturday, Sunday-ish time period, it's moving through the southern half of the Eastern Caribbean islands, in other words, the Windward Islands, but no sign of development in any of the computer forecasts by that time. But then when we go forward in time, the system kind of slows down, doesn't have a whole lot pushing it, and there is some indication that we might get development in here. This is the GFS model, and you can see there's a couple things spinning around there, nothing organized, nothing strong showing up here by Friday of next week. So we're talking about 10 days from now. But anyway, this is where we're going to watch, because this is where the water is very warm, and this is where systems do indeed develop sometimes this time of year. And their tropical threat graphic shows that if something's going to develop, it's going to be in that area, but the odds are still in the low range that that's going to happen. But this is going to bear watching next week. Nothing of concern this week, doesn't look like. When we look at where the storms have formed, this is what you were talking about, Ian. Not much out in here. Very, very little. Here's the concentration here. You can see in the Western Caribbean. That's why when this disturbance, whatever shape it's in, if it survives to the Western Caribbean, that's when we're going to have to pay attention. All right, let's look at a whole different thing here. This is the super wide view, and this is the U.S. in the middle here, okay? So there we are right there. It's a little bit hard to see with the jet streams over top of it, but look what's happening here. Here comes the jet stream, and then it makes this very radical move, and this dip right here, that's the storm in California right now. Then it goes back to the north, and we get the heat in the middle of the country, then back south, and that's the nor'easter dip on the eastern part of the country. So when we have a very wavy jet stream like this, the whole thing is moving more slowly, and that affects, and then it kind of kinks, and we get these deep storms. When we get the jet streams plunging south like this, then we get hostile conditions in the tropics. So does that mean that the hurricane season is over? No, because it only takes a pocket for something to develop, and one of those dips to go down and grab it. So we can't say that, but for a lot of the tropical Atlantic, it's very hostile right now. It's that pocket in the Caribbean that we're going to have to watch next week. Now, there's another thing going on here, and that is the water temperatures. Here you see cool water along the equator in the Pacific, and that's what we call a La Nina condition. And if the La Nina lasts through the winter, as is forecast, normally that means kind of dry and warm across the southern U.S. and kind of wet across the northern U.S. because that kind of kicks the jet stream farther north. But there's a wrinkle this year, and that's all this heat up here, this Pacific heat wave that extends all the way across the Pacific. So now we have a weird contrast because we have cooler to the south, warmer to the north. Normally, temperatures get cooler as you go closer to the North Pole, obviously. So the temperature profile in the Pacific Ocean, which is by far the biggest ocean on Earth and responsible for a lot of weather, is flipped. So it's very hard to predict exactly what's going to happen. It does tend to make the jet stream go slower. That makes these big dips, and we get storms like we have in California right now. So, Ian, it's not going to be a typical La Nina if that big, super big heat wave in the northern Pacific continues, because you just don't have the normal temperature profile that causes the jet stream to be where it is. So it's a little bit of we're going to have to see.
Yeah, right. Nothing's been typical lately, but that's a great point. As we're in this more amplified pattern, now we got the high impact weather. You mentioned the nor'easter, that same trough out west, which is bringing issues to the West Coast. That'll help contribute to the severe weather potential come the early part of this upcoming weekend, back across the middle of Mississippi to the Arklatex. So we've got a lot to watch in weird places in the tropics and then back stateside. That's our hurricane specialist, Bryan Norcross. Bryan, thank you.